Angel Reese has been traded from the Chicago Sky to the Atlanta Dream for 2 first-round picks. The Atlanta Dream now look like a team on paper with Ryan Howard, with Alicia Gray, with Brittany Griner, and now the league's top rebounder added to their roster. Atlanta should, and I think they won. I think they went 30-14 last season. Atlanta should be a title contender, although I'm very suspicious because I think Angel Reese is a poison and a toxin that has been added to that locker room. When you're that big in a league that struggles to get attention, and Angel Reese gets a lot of attention, I find it odd that the Chicago Sky would jettison her after just 2 years. I think that speaks to what a headache she was in Chicago. Teammates didn't want to play with her. Coaches couldn't corral her. She was out there doing her double-double routine while the Chicago Sky were actually trying to win games or run an offense, and Angel Reese was just out there chasing stats. Steve, I'll start with you. Maurice, keep warming your engines. You'll be the expert on this. Do you think Angel Reese will adjust her play now that she's playing with those three players I'm talking about, particularly the 2 guards, are all-star level players? Brittany Griner's at the end of her career. Not sure if she's still a real all-star caliber player, but do you think Angel Reese will adjust her approach, attitude, and style of play?
No, and no. And so I know you're getting me out of the way because I probably watched the least amount of WNBA among this whole 4 panel. But this would be my advice to those young ladies that you mentioned, right, on that new Atlanta team of hers. Get ready to stick your hands out like this and never get the ball. Because she's going to get the rebound, get another rebound, get another rebound, another rebound, and another me-bound. And there's going to be, I'm fascinated by this in this sense. And Scap, I'm going to watch some highlight clips of Atlanta starting this season. I'm going to watch the body language of those teammates when that happens. There, that's it. That's my spiel.
Scap, you got a take on this?
Yeah, Jason, I want to know because I, like Steve, have watched at least 8 minutes of highlights of Angel Reese. And I got to be honest with you, I struggle to even use the term highlight. They're more like low lights. She could barely make a layup. And in fact, she doesn't make layups most of the time. How putrid is this product, Jason and Maurice, because you two obviously watch more than Steve and I, that this woman warrants 2 first-round picks? Like, what? Are you kidding me with that value return for Angel Reese? Man, that's a fleece job if ever I've seen one. And Jason, I'm with you. She is going to be the locker room team cancer. I think whatever they had going last year, that's just going to go down the wayside now with Angel in the locker room.
There's never been a team at Maryland, at LSU, and the Chicago Sky where she didn't have some sort of locker room problem with her teammates. People don't enjoy playing with her. Maurice, I do think this has a chance to be different because of her competition with Caitlin Clark. She's being offered, I wouldn't call it a layup, but she's being offered a chance to play on a team that's a championship caliber team. And if she can get a WNBA championship before Caitlin Clark, that's really going to enhance her brand, give her some standing around the league. And I think that opportunity may, for a short term, bring out the best in Angel Reese.
I think Angel Reese, listen clear. You better take full advantage of this opportunity with the Atlanta Dream. Okay, you are playing with Ryan Howard and Alicia Gray. They are all stars, 20-point per game scores. All you have to do is be the role player that you were born to be. This thing in Chicago was a complete clown show. We got to be completely honest about what took place, Jason. In year 1, you and Teresa Witherspoon were sabotaging games so that you can go out there and collect double-doubles while you're down 45 points. You're in the game with 20 seconds left, trying to get double-doubles because you're dying to compete with Caitlin Clark. Kennedy Carter didn't like it. She took a fall for it because she got upset with you about it. Marina Mabry demanded out. She didn't want any part of the circus act. Year 2. Oh, and you also quit on the team in year 1. Year 2, it was even more of a circus. Oh, we're trying to play Angel Reese at point forward. Complete clown show. Whose idea was that? That was awful. You quit on the team again. They suspended you for a half for conduct detrimental to the team. You warmed up, and then when it was time for you to play in the second half, you refused to go in the game, and then you refused to suit up for the remainder of the season. You quit on the team, and the same day as the final game, when your back's apparently hurt, which is why you have been sitting out, you're on a private jet on the way to Vegas twerking and having a ball as if your back never hurt it. You quit on the team. You threw Courtney Vandersloot under the bus, and she had to get on camera and respond to you. You threw Ariel Atkins under the bus. Nobody wanted to deal with you. And you know how bad Scap, Steve, can you guys tell me a sport? Tell me any sport where a player in their first 2 years in the league made the all-star team or a Pro Bowl, their first 2 years. She's about to be an Olympian, and they get traded before their third season. You can't. That's bad. That's how bad of a locker room cancer she was. That does not happen. In 2 years, you were a 2-time All-Star, and you're about to be an Olympian, and they traded you. Scott, they traded her. Atlanta's going to be good. Those picks aren't going to mean much. It'll be like the 13th, 14th pick. You're not getting nothing there. Most of those picks don't even make the team. They traded her for a bag of Cheetos. They wanted to get rid of her so bad. Angel Reese, I see a lot of people from the Atlanta area chanting it on. Oh, Angel, welcome home, welcome home. I hope some of you keep it real about the disaster she played a part in causing in Chicago.
Scap, Steve, is there an NBA analogy for Angel Reese in terms of someone that young and talented that's just that much of a headache? And maybe it's not even NBA, maybe it's NFL, that someone shows that much talent, because her rebounding is a real thing. And but is just so much of a headache that they just gotta get rid of them. Is there?
I've never seen anything like this. I've never seen this
at this early of a stage of a career. No, I would not think, because if someone is generally that. Look, allegedly this talented. Again, I struggle to use the word talented and Angel Reese in the same sentence. But if the rebounds are that good, I guess I should say, if she's that elite, a level of that, generally talent gives you extra opportunities to succeed, right? Like a lot of people get second, third, fourth, fifth chances based on their level of talent. So the fact that the trade has happened after only 2 years is I would struggle to find some kind of a parallel to that. I don't know. Even looking into other sports, Steve, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, to what Maurice said, I mean, Andre Rison was part of a package when he went from Indianapolis to Atlanta or whatever he went to, right? He got traded, but that was part of a package for the #1 pick. I can go a little older. And let me just talk about the team dynamic and how.
Hold for 1 second, Steve. Don't lose your thought. Yeah. But you just referenced Indianapolis to Atlanta in football. Think a little bit harder.
Jeff George? Right, but that wasn't that early, though. I think wasn't
fourth
it
year.
Fourth or fifth year.
Fourth year.
Right, and he actually had pretty good success with June Jones with that run and shoot.
Yes, he did.
Now, in terms
but no
of
one ever
dynamic,
doubted, and I love Jeff George. And Jeff, if you're watching, I got to do the show. I love Jeff George. But no one ever doubted Jeff's ability as a quarterback. And when the Colts traded him, they knew. They were like, this is the best arm in football, and we're sending him to Atlanta. Anyway, let me just stop there. I love you, Jeff.
I will draw 2 basketball analogies, and I know the age is different, the years. The Detroit Pistons in '89 had a decision to make. Adrian Dantley was an all-star level player, but he was kind of a black hole. And they said, you know what, we kind of like Rodman because he does a lot of other complementary things that help the team, and it ended up being the right move, right? I remember my Lakers, when they won the title in '85, they brought in a really good veteran by the name of Maurice Lucas. Had a great career. He didn't understand with the Lakers he was going to be a role player, and it just did not work on or off the court. So these things are interesting. The issue with Angel Reese, to be dead serious about this, is that does she realize for her game to flourish within that team structure, she has to understand this phrase: less can be more.
I think without question. And I'm telling you that there's a survival instinct in Angel Reese. She's that I think she may surprise people here, Maurice. I really do. I think that this is too grand of an opportunity because if it doesn't work, she's going to get blasted. They won 30 games last year, 30 and 14. If they back up from that, adding her with the outside shooting, the guard play she didn't have in Chicago, that's a really bad look for her.